Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers out there. Kisses to all of you. This video may be of one before the new year, but I wanted to get out here and say hello to my lovely subscribers who I love dearly. Thank you guys for being a part of my channel. Without you, I wouldn't exist. There's a whole bunch of crap going on in Hollywood. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in Montecito. And there's a whole bunch of stuff just going on. It's the Meghan Show. It's the Meghan Show. It's the Meghan Show. Oh, yeah. Haven't done that in a while. And since I really can't sing, we'll blame it on my cold. Meghan year of being a loser in 2023. Oh my goodness. If she was going to have a year of redemption, it would have been by now. And so there's, when I think of redemption, I think of myself trying to redeem myself from some bad things that I have done. So I'm just trying to figure out what she means by a year of redemption. Is she going to apologize for the lies? Is she going to backpedal all the distasteful things she's done to her in-laws? Ooh, or what about her father, the way she treated him this year? She act like he doesn't even exist. And if you think about it, that's how the royals look at Meghan. They treat her like she doesn't exist. They just did a documentary on the coronation. And Meghan and Harry, of course, are nowhere to be found. They are not a part of this royal dynasty that we all love. And so it's interesting that the UK talks about Meghan and Harry as if they're relevant. But the royal family don't discuss, think about, hang around, look that direction or anything when it comes to Meghan and Harry, as if they don't exist. I really believe they are being written out of history, in a sense, written out of the real deal thank you meal history, because the legacy that they're leaving behind is a whole bunch of nonsense, and we're gonna get into it. So, what have they been doing this year besides whining and crying and complaining and blaming and being losers and nobodies and not being taken off the royal website? Their HRHs are gone. Meghan is under other. You know, I thought about this again today. I thought about how she decided to give her kids Prince and Princess. And I just thought it was just so ironic that she would take the time out to think that she is worthy of giving her kids titles, after which she treats not just the royals the way she treats them, but the whole institution as a whole. Like, you don't care about the institution. You talk bad about it. You always have something negative to say about it, Meghan. And not just negative, but also the fact that you called it racist. And so why would you want to be called the Duchess of Sussex and go pick up an award? Did you notice she went to pick up an award because she was trying to bring out the racism in the royal family? But how in the hell are you going to be attached to something that is racist? Why would I want to be called the Duchess of Sussex if I knew that they call me racist, Meghan? You don't make sense. She's a lost person. I feel like she's lost in this world of, she doesn't know where she belongs. She doesn't belong in Hollywood. She doesn't belong as a D-lister. They didn't spit her out. They don't want her anymore after the way she treated them. Oh, okay. So she got some D-listers friends we don't know about? Because remember, she kicked them all the way to the curb. Did she even invite any of them to the wedding? To the royal wedding? You know what? One commentator said it wasn't even a real royal wedding. And I would have to agree. I would have to agree. Anything that Meghan did while she was in the royal family wasn't considered royal anyway, because she was faking it. She was faking it. She wasn't really a royal. She was pretending until she got Harry back, until she got Harry over here in the United States so she can start branding herself. And how's that been going for you? I don't see the brand. Oh, now she's calling it a reboot. Oh, no, now she's calling it a redemption. Girl, she doesn't have a brand. Brands don't want her. And if there's any indication of what has happened this year to Meghan, it's not going to get better in 2024. Things start to look up at the end of the year. Okay? Like, for example, I am on a manhunt to find a job, and that's why if you guys don't see me as much, I'm going to be busy doing that. But that is me focusing on what's going on in 2024. Unfortunately, I don't have a job to go into 2024 with, which sucks. And I would like to, but hey, I'm not. However, moving on. But Meghan, for instance, at the end of the year, she wanted to remind us that she has no donors for her Archie Well situation. She's still running around with that coffee, mushroom coffee thing that she's invested in and nobody's buying into. It's a shame. And when you look at the real royals and what they've accomplished, it is such a contrast, because they had a big coordination. They was invited to all these events. Catherine became was it this year or maybe last year? Anyway, maybe she's been Princess of Wales for a while. But what I'm saying is that she shines at every beautiful moment in her entire life. And it really shines the light on how beautiful the royals are compared to the wannabes. The wannabe Hollywood celebrities / royals / she don't even know. That's what makes it interesting, is that at the age of 50 and 60, if you don't know what you want to be by now, honey, then how are we supposed to know? Me and my daughter made pizza today. Pizza dough. So it's supposed to sit for 24 hours. What crust needs to sit for 24 hours? Moving on. No, this has been the year of hell for Meghan. Started off with that spare book of theirs and ended with the end game, because I guess she wanted us to know who the royal races was. But it ended up backfiring on her, and people started looking at her like, oh, you messy. There you go with that crazy stuff again. There you go, not leaving things alone after you done told a lie. Excuse me. I do feel sorry for her father, because he's yet to see the kids. He's yet to even meet Harry. But why would he even want to meet Harry? What would you be meeting Harry for anyway at this point? Thomas? Why? He's proven to all of us that he's not a likable person, because number one, he should have met you from the beginning. That's how much he respected you. And Meghan knew then she had him by the pinky. She had Harry right by that pinky to dinky. Because anytime you don't go meet the dad or the family, or don't know anything about your wife's in-laws, and you don't even care to know, what is she keeping? Why is there so many secrets, Harry? Why didn't you investigate yourself before you put your family through torture? Because to me, this is how I see things. It's one thing for me to put my daughter in a situation that is dangerous or unhealthy. And it's another thing for me to put myself in that situation. Because at least I'm doing it to myself and I'm not harming someone that I love. But in Meghan's case, she doesn't love and care, and there's no feelings, there's no empathy, she's a woman of no substance. She doesn't care who she hurts. She doesn't care that she hurts her father, her kids, her husband, and Tyler Perry and Oprah and the rest of them. She didn't care that she went on the Oprah show and told them that that they were racist, and then Oprah took it off her website, trying to let Meghan know, listen, you done lied, and now you done lied, and now you keep bringing it up. Meghan likes to play games. I'm switching. I didn't switch so many times in this conversation, so catch it. She likes to play games because that's all she has. She doesn't have any substance, and the people that are trying to see if she does, like maybe a brand or two that wouldn't mind lending her name, they're like, she's full of games. She's full of games. She's full of mischief, full of let's play these games, because why at the end of the year you decide that you wanted to tell us that your father-in-law and your sister-in-law is racist, yet and still you use a name that comes from there, the Duchess. Why would you use a name that is racist as if it separates, as if the Sussex, or as if King Charles, or if any of that separates you from them? It's unconscious bias. No, that's Meghan's playing games. She played games so that we can maybe it was unconscious bias. It's okay. I wanted an apology. Shut up and sit down, because that's why your life is going the way it's going. Loserville. Because people know the game. You're a game player. Let's throw out some names at the end of the year and screw people's Christmas up and New Year's. But it backfired on you and ended up screwing your own up. You wasn't invited. And even if you was, they weren't going to be accepting you. You was going to be at the naughty table. No, Meghan's a game player. And so that's why we exist. Because we talk about the games that she played. 2-hour car chase. They're racist. Charles and two people live in two different homes, two different situations, is racist. I find this very hard to believe, very difficult. It's very difficult, which makes Meghan a pure, bona fide, 100%, all the way, straight up and down, a loser liar. That Catherine gave a damn about what color her child was going to look like when it came out, if it came out of her belly. Because word on the street is she didn't push. She didn't. And I was just over there at Paula M's, and she said something that I thought was very interesting. And it could be not true, but when you use surrogates, I do believe that it's different from when you feel your baby growing inside you and moving and doing all kinds of things during the 9 months process. And since what she was basically saying is that sometimes it's hard to have an attachment. Now, yes or no, whatever. But I do believe that is in the case of Meghan, because she is not attached to anything. The only thing she's in love with is herself. And so I'm having a very hard time that she can feel anything for her kids by treating them the way that she does, withholding their grandparents from them, and doing it on purpose. Oh, you must don't want to see your kids. You must don't want to see your grandkids, Daddy. That's that silly Harry that married a Jezebel that don't give a damn. Ain't no love there. There's no love in Meghan's heart. She's the Scrooge of all seasons. And she doesn't feel anything, because if she felt anything, she wouldn't have treated the queen the way she did, or Philip, or her husband. You know what? Let's time out. Let's don't even say anything about the people that she should care about. Let's talk about the people that she is been sleeping with. Well, was, because they ain't sleeping together no more. They are, let me repeat that. Harry and Meghan are not having sexual intercourse. Oh, hell no. Meghan ain't giving it to him. No, sorry. He's been naughty. Everything is his fault. You know that, right? You know this is Harry's fault, since it's his father, his brother, his sister-in-law, his family. Meghan tells us all the time it's their fault. But she didn't bring her Jezebel, D-lister, nothing. She had nothing to bring to the table, Harry. This woman had, like your grandfather said, Meghan had nothing to bring to the table. But drama and drama and more drama. Because not a real woman wouldn't do what she did. Behind every good man, there's a good woman to drove him to be good. Now, it don't say it like that. That's the truth. So if you have a stanky Jezebel, then you're going to have troubles and issues and problems, and there's not no heart and harmony, and your life is going to be full of chaos, because a real woman don't treat people the way she treats people. Harry, if she loved you like she said she did, then why is she bent on keeping you and your family's relationship in the toilet? Why isn't she being the peacemaker? Why isn't she apologizing for the BS that she has done? Let me get that out. Why isn't she apologizing for the drama, for the chaos, for the chaotic, gruesome, twosome stuff that she's been doing? All this is Meghan Markle's fault. Every last one of it. From the rooter to the tutor. It is not anyone else's fault but Meghan's fault that all the list is going on. Everything. And as it continues to fester, the rift continues to grow. The rift continues to break homes and keep a division, keep it divided, keep it nasty, keep it growing, keep it festering. It's her. She is not about forgiveness. She is not about coming to make amends. She is not about peace. She is about herself. The only thing Meghan thinks about is uno dossier. Uno. If she thought about her husband, she would have took them kids on over there and let them Papa them see them kids. Papa can't see the kids because the Jezebel's in town. Making as good as that mushroom coffee she making. Rotten. The rotten mushrooms. Meghan is rotten to the core. When you look at her, you see evil. When you look at her, you see sick. When you look at her, you wonder, what the hell and why is it that evil? Oh, I ain't the one that decided to leak a book and talk about my in-laws and say that they were racist. I ain't say that about my husband's family. Oh, no. But Meghan did. She approved it. She put her stamp on it. She told him to go for it. She the one told him about them lying letters. Oh, but she pissed off because her daddy leaked a letter. said she was leaking it. Excuse me. And even if she wasn't leaking it, so what? She was going to find a reason to hate her daddy. He was in the way. She was going to have to share her money. If they would be friends today, she probably would have to give him $2. You know what? I don't think so. I don't think Meghan cared enough about anyone that she would give anything. And the only reason she gave them books to them kids is because of, I don't know. They told her to. If you don't believe me, that this girl is bona fide, 100%, all the way down to the rooter to the tutor, evil and sick.
Now, it's been a busy year for the royal family, especially Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who spent their 5th Christmas away from the King abroad.
Well, Georgia Pierce looks back now at their relationships with other royal family members in 2023.
Can you stop this?
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have continued to...
When Meghan got on that plane, she told me that she was never going back over there to the UK. And that she was never going to allow King Charles or anyone to see Lilibet and Archie. It will be a cold day in hell before anybody other than them celebrities see them kids. We barely seeing them. Didn't we see them on a go-kart just a few moments ago? Head turned to... Listen, I don't want to see them that bad. If you got to hide your kids that much... to the point where you don't want us to see them, don't. Just don't show it. She had to, because William and Catherine came out with their kids. And we've got to show ours too. We got to show what we were doing at the end of the year. Nothing. Being losers. We already know. You're in a window called hypocrites. There's no room there. Listen, I would be shocked if anybody or anything in Hollywood resurrected these two. It's OBER with the capital O. Wasn't nothing happening at the end of the year, and ain't nothing gonna happen at the beginning of the year, in the middle, or the end. But Meghan talking about how we gonna feel. What? What are we feeling? I can tell you what we've been feeling. We've been feeling like, ooh, is this girl really this evil? Now, I didn't know she was evil. I didn't until, now I know. Now, so I don't know if it was the tutor or it was one of them defined evil. Let's look it up. Morally wrong or bad, immoral, wicked, evil, deeds, an evil life, harmful, evil. What good has come out of that woman? Name it. I used to say that I was going to say one nice thing about Meghan, but oh my God, there's nothing there. She is pure, unadulterated evil. Anytime you plan and plot to be evil, that's evil. She sits and she plots and she plans to be evil to those that made her a global icon. She was evil to the Queen, to her family, to her country, to her grandson. She was evil to Harry. She treats him like he is secondary, thirdary, fourthary to her, as if he's lucky to be with her. And without her, he would be nothing. And she reminds him of that on a daily, constant basis. And then his sickness believes that oh, she did come and save me from this world of peace, harmony, love, and joy. He had all of that. He had friends, family, love, companionship, until she came along and just ripped it. She ripped it up. How is Harry happy? How is Harry happy? He didn't get to spend the Christmas with his family. He doesn't have a relationship with his brother anymore. Him and his father are like this. Harry, can you imagine your two little ones treating you like you treated your own father? I ain't gonna ask Meghan because Meghan just did. That's that evil. Evil. Meghan doesn't feel like there's any consequences for her behavior, but I have news for her. It is here. Your deals are gone. Just because people are looking at you, we're looking at evil. We're trying to figure out where the hell. I ain't never seen it like this before. We're looking at evil and sick. But Harry, how does it feel to be lonely, destitute, away from your family, the people you grew up with? This bond that is beyond all of our understanding. I've never seen a family that close before, even when they're not. Andrew running around. He ain't going nowhere because there's a bond. Oh, guys, did you see the walkabout for Sandringham? And I was so proud to see Beatrice and Eugenie's mother, Sarah Fergie. Because I couldn't understand where the hell she's been all these years. She's family. Once you're family, you're family. Once you start having kids, that's it. All bets are off. You are always going to be connected. Even the Jezebel. Although they look like they're trying to erase these two. They took a cottage from them. They took some HRHs and put them in a vault. They removed them from the website and put them at the bottom. And they're not even talking about them, about the Carnation, the docuseries, the behind the scenes. Nobody was there. Not the gruesome twosome. They're not being talked about. You cannot tell me that the UK it's drying up. Meaning that the relevance for Meghan and Harry is being very, it's not there. Moving on. Evil. She's evil. Doing evil things on purpose to hurt others. She came out at the end game on purpose to hurt King Charles and to hurt Catherine at the end of this year by naming them racist. She did it on purpose. And she had her flunky Scooby-Doo do it. And he running around doing damage control. And you can tell that he's lying. And then trying to pretend like he is, oh, I'm not sorry because I didn't do anything wrong. But you did. You allowed this woman to ruin you. It's over. What is he going to do? Write another book? And people are going to buy another, 6,000 copies? 6,000 copies? He can't live off that. It's over for you. Oprah too. This movie did good. Color Purple did good, and I don't know why it did. And I just think it was the only movie that was out there, and it was the most talked about. But I will not be watching it. And I am not a fan of Oprah with her cheap billionaire self. She has told us over and over and over again, she is not about giving. She is about asking us for money. Number one, when that Maui went down with the fire, she came to us, the recession people, this billionaire, telling us where to put our money at. Then she run around and make a movie and make 18 million off of it, but didn't pay her staff nothing. She's selfish, just like someone else we know. That's why they get along so well, Meghan and her. And Tyler Perry, you right there with it. You are right there with them, being cheap. You wasn't paying them people a whole bunch of money. Oh, Monique told us that, okay? Then you try to blackball them out of Hollywood. Hollywood has spit Oprah out. They keep talking about her. Every time I get on this YouTube page, they're talking about Oprah and the money. They're talking about how they are keeping the money to themselves and being cheap and nasty. T.P. Henson, I'm going to call her Henson, Mrs. Henson, said that she was going to turn down The Color Purple because Oprah wasn't going to pay her anything. And then Oprah tried to do damage control and was putting little notes out there on her website. And then she turns off the comments because she don't want to hear what we really have to say about her. The truth, Oprah, the truth, that you have been a big fart all these years. Come to find out you ain't on the up and up. You're all about yourself too. Because when you did this interview with your evil friend, Meghan, because that's her new name, evil. Because only evil people do what Meghan did. Only evil people kick their fathers out for no reason. Only evil people do try to ruin someone's holiday at the end of the year. Only evil people, keep talking about something that never happened. Racism. Now she decided that she wants to blame Catherine. You idiot, Meghan. If they didn't have a problem with your yellowness when you walked up in there, then why do they have a problem with your yellowness now that you're going to have a white baby? No, you were playing bully the royals so you could get security, so you could feel important over here in the United States. But we have smelt your coffee and it smells like mushrooms and it stank. If there's any indication of her year going good next year, of what has happened this year, let's see.
Lines in the last year, since stepping down as working royals in 2020. In December 2022, Harry and Meghan released the first of many Netflix projects, with a fly-on-the-wall documentary about their new life in California. In the 6-episode series, the couple spoke about their time as working members of the monarchy, including their scathing opinions of other royals. Despite mixed reviews, the series was a streaming success, breaking multiple Netflix records. The Sussexes also produced other projects.
They need to get it correct. Let me correct it. It wasn't a success. No, it was a flopathon. That's what it was. It was a flopathon, and people watched it because she married a prince, and we thought, what else does she got to say besides what she said on the Oprah show? Then we realized she's still talking the same stuff. Ain't nothing changed, because guess what? She was only over there for 15 minutes. She wasn't a royal long enough for us to know that much about what went down. Then when they realized, William them realized that they was dealing with evil, they shut her out. I don't think it was them trying to get away from her getting away from them. They was trying to get away from her. I would have been. Because they're evil. You come into my house, I throw you a £30 million wedding, and then you walk out like I didn't just do it. Excuse me. Then you call me racist as I walk you down the aisle. Evil people do that. Evil, Oprah. I'm saying your name because you allowed her to do it for your own personal gain. Are you still donating? Look, Meghan, did you get any donations this year for the Archewell? Did you get any donations? That's all. Because I heard you was in the red. And then she wanted us to know she had $8 million in the bank. Who does that? Who talks to the media like that? Why does she feel like she has to prove to us that she's got money in the bank at this flop-a-doo Archewell project she got? It's a project. Meghan has projects. They're not companies. They're not business ventures. They're not money-making machines. These are called failed projects, okay? Failed projects. Archewell was a failure. Everything she touches fails. The docuseries was a failure. Did she get an award? Is she still making money off of that? Is people still watching it? Is the streaming high? And Spotify, didn't Spotify kick her to the curb because they realized they made a mistake on a D-lister? They were interested in Meghan because she married a prince and they thought she had something intelligent to say. And now that the word is out that she doesn't have anything intelligent to say, I'm just saying.
For Netflix and Spotify, including Heart of Invictus, a film by Prince Harry focusing on his Invictus games.
Oh, then she went to the Invictus looking like a slut. With them shorts on, trying to show her legs. I think she was on something. So what is she doing? These people have lost lives, ain't got limbs and stuff, and she out there marching with the UK people. Get somewhere and sit down. She needs to get somewhere and sit down. She wants to be famous and loved so bad, but she has amped that up to the utmost of festivity, and she will not be loved because she is not a lovable person. You are evil. And how am I supposed to love evil? Because every time I turn around, you do something evil. And then I turn around just because you put on a dress and threw some makeup on and $100,000 watch. I'm supposed to be in love and like you now? No, you are not. Oh my God. You know what I had a flashback of someone talking to me about Meghan. One of the, and I don't want to go too deep because talking about Meghan, I said, you don't even want to have a conversation with me with Meghan because when I get through with you, girlfriend, you're going to be questioning yourself. You will be questioning yourself like, oops, excuse? Because there is nothing you will be able to say to me that will ever unconvince me that she is nothing but pure, adulterated evil and sick. To do the debacleness, the nastiness, the evil, the pain, the hurt, the scars, the things that she does without any thought to anyone else's feelings. She doesn't have to know. And unfortunately, her talent agent won't be able to help this out the road to redemption. When she said she was done trashing the royal family, that's when she should have been on the road to redemption. And your window of opportunity to apologize to the King of England, I'm sure, has sailed away into the wave. Sail away. It's a song. That's a song. Evil. Pure, unadulterated evil. Sick. To deliberately be mean and evil to the people that made you who you were. Who you were, because you're not that anymore, honey. You're another. You're another. You're in a place called other. Other. You're not a Hollywood nothing. And you're not a royalty nothing. You're not even a D-lister girl. You're in a place called other. Other. There's nothing of substance. We haven't got it in the last 5 or 6 years we've known her. Again, we haven't got it in the 5 or 6 years we have known Meghan. How are we going to get any substance now? Another book? Who is she going to name? 2 new people? Was it William that actually said the chocolate baby couldn't have anything? No, it was Charlotte that said the chocolate baby couldn't get security, or the chocolate baby wasn't going to be able to get titles. Oprah, was it? Was it George? Oprah? Was it George? Or was it Oprah? With your cheap, stingy, tight, nasty self that's keeping money and fame to yourself and not giving those black women and men their money. You billionaire, greedy person, you, Oprah. You're greedy and you're nasty with it too. Talking about she was giving away cars and giving away stuff. Remember when she had her show? She was this giver. She is full of it. No, she made her million. She had a talk a gab and made her way up and pretended that she was some nice person, just like Meghan's trying to be. Meghan can't even pretend. She can't even act being nice. She can't even pretend to be a gracious, wonderful, soft soul. When she was on that red carpet and that lady was telling her to get the hell out of there, and this is what I heard, that was her aide, and she is no longer with her. Well, I said it for myself. I said, well, I would have fired her too. Look, this is my moment. And it's Meghan, look, it took Meghan 5 years. Listen, it's taken Meghan 40-something years to get to that moment. And then her aide is in her way telling her to move along. Oh, no, she got a whooping. Somebody did. Evil. That's the name of this title.
In January this year, Harry continued to rock the royal rift as he released his 416-page tell-all memoir, Spare. In his own words...
What woman would help him write that? Jezebel. Evil. He wrote a book about his family, and she was making juices and snackadoos. And she was like, the ghostwriter was spending the night. He had his own cozy bed. Meghan made sure that she was taking him some sandwiches. What y'all talking about? Be sure to put in, don't forget to put in the book about the bridesmaid dresses and the crown, Harry, and the lipstick and the fight. A real woman would have said, no, honey, don't put that in the book. Because I don't want you and your brother's relationship to just be like a crack-a-doodle-doo. You know, I want you to be able to say sorry. So don't put that in there. And don't be talking about me and Catherine, because I don't want nobody to know that I'm jealous of her right now. The evil is jealous too. The evil is jealous. She's so jealous of Catherine, she called her racist. You were so jealous of Catherine, Meghan, to the point it's eating you. It's like it's sitting there eating at her. It's eating away at her. That the royals are up here. She's down here. Catherine is way up there. The queen to be. The queen to be. You gotta laugh. Because she is tripping on y'all royal family, okay? Let me remind y'all who we talking about. We gotta laugh at this. Because she a little something wrong up there. Some screws ain't all the way tight. Okay? And who's been losing? Who's been losing? We had a coronation this year. They had a wonderful Christmas. Everybody's getting along. Everybody doing their thing. Everybody making millions. They got their website going on. Catherine's looking like the queen to be. Who is losing? It's so bad that when they start losing, they start coming out with these gimmicks and these pap walks and these, let's go to the concert. Let's go over there to Kevin Costner and feel like we giving. And let's go to the mental health and tell them that our kids are alive. And let's ride around the block in 7 cars like we important. Like we the president of the United States of like we Trump. Trump said that Harry is Pussy whipped. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I just want to remind us.
The Duke of Sussex recalled what it was like growing up in the royal family, describing it as living in his brother Prince William's shadow.
So?
And accused the
So what? At least you in there. At least you a part of the eggness. Would you rather be out or in, Harry? Would you rather be out or in, living in his brother's shadow just because you was born second? So, did your wife remind you that you was a spare? No, you should have told her, look, don't you got a sister? Ain't you the spare? You let this woman reduce you down to a spare. You're more than a spare. You're the brother of a king, honey. And you're the son of a king. But guess what? Your wife has reduced you down to her puppet. Ooh. Yeah, him over there. That one. Him. Yes, that's who you are, Harry.
To Wales of a physical attack.
He grabbed me by the collar, ripping my necklace. And he knocked me
the Jezebel told him to put this in the book after his brother said, don't tell nobody we didn't have this altercation because of your Jezebel. No, she couldn't wait to talk about it because it was about her. It was her fault. They were fighting over me. No, yes, you want that. You want your husband to feel guilty for being a prince. That you needed him to become famous, you nasty Jezebel, you needed him. You need him now. Without him, you are nothing. without Harry, Meghan, King Charles, Catherine, William, and the rest of the people that you try to debacle, without them, you are nothing. Ask Oprah. Why do you think Oprah wanted to be your friend? Because you was on Suits? Oh, okay. I don't care what you say about Suits and how well it's doing. I don't care what you say. Nothing she does, nothing she touches will turn to gold.
Floor. I landed on the dog's bowl, which cracked up.
Even her husband, she has reduced him down to this.
On my back, the pieces.
And what is your son gonna say to you, Harry, when you get older? When he gets older? Daddy, why would you talk about Uncle William like that? Why would you say that in a book? Oh, I know. Mom.
To me.
Among many revelations, including his past drug use and work in the military, Prince Harry branded Queen Camilla dangerous for forging connections with the British press.
Okay, now Camilla is dangerous and the enemy. Your wife is the enemy. She's dangerous. She's the one that is the enemy. She's the one that's dangerous. Can't you see that? No, because you're not sleeping with anyone. You're just in the, no, you're not even sleeping in the same bed. You might be sleeping in the same house, maybe. But you ain't getting no punana.
In order to improve her image, Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace have not commented on the allegations.
Why?
The book became a bestseller, selling over 1.4 million copies, the fastest selling.
The fastest sellers and the quickest returned. I just heard that they are limiting books. Spare how many you can return. It is said that the book Spare is the most returned book of all times. So let me because see, they don't give you the full story.
Fiction book of all time. In May this year, the Sussexes revealed they were involved in a near-catastrophic car chase after attending an award ceremony.
BICTH wanted to let us know that, well, nobody talking about her in the United States. And so, hello, please. Over here. I was in a car chase.
In New York, a spokesman for the royal couple branded the ordeal a relentless pursuit by highly aggressive paparazzi, but some eyewitnesses
there was no
disagree. The Duchess of Sussex had delivered
the mayor came out and said that she was lying, fictitious, making story. There's no way that she could have been riding around for 2 hours in New York City, in Manhattan, because traffic is catastrophic. It is all time. I was there. I visited. It was 2:00 in the morning and it was traffic. And she talking about they were chasing her. No, we saw you in the back of a cab looking stupid. And then doubling down on stupid the next day. And then that's when your popularity started falling even further, because you pissed off some New Yorkers when you lied on them and said that they city was dangerous. And the mayor had to calm you down and let you know that, hey, we sent her on her little way because she's full of drama. Just like the royal family. We sent Meghan on her little way. They don't even talk about her. They don't even bring these two up. The only time they bringing them up is to teach them a lesson and to remind them that, listen, what you do will affect you for the rest of your life. And your grandkids will see what you do. And do unto others that you would want done unto you, Meghan. But no, No. 5 years. We've known her, 5 years? And it's been full of crapola. It's been a crapola. Let's just put it that way. It's been crapola for the UK. And now she's over here with them shenanigans. And we're looking at her like, you cannot come over here lying and crying and blaming. Her favorite is blame. That's the top of the line, because if she could just blame someone else for her crud.
Speech at the ceremony after collecting
I'm
the
out
award
out
for
of
his
here,
podcast
guys.
Archetypes. Prince Harry is still dragging several newspaper publishers through the courts over alleged unlawful.
Now he's suing the world for his Jezebel. Honey, I need you to go out there and sue so we can get security. Good luck.
Information gathering, as well as the government over his security in the UK. This month, Harry said it was a great day for
all the security, and they ain't even living there. You don't even go visit. Why do you need anything if you don't even go visit? You're not even getting invitations. I don't believe the king and them are inviting him anywhere, because I do believe William will leave the place. I don't believe that William wants to hang around 2 liars and 2 people that are bent on destroying their dynasty. Because I wouldn't. I'm not sitting down with evil and then we done made something evil. Evil. Who's in control? Who's doing all the talking? Who's pulling the strings? Who's running it? Who's the boss? Meghan Markle is the boss. Because, and I'm throwing this back out there, why wouldn't Meghan Markle allow Prince Harry to meet her father? Is he some evil entity? No. She's not going to be able to hide her family forever. She's not. They're there and they keep talking, but they're never going anywhere, Meghan. With your square pants looking self. I just had that
when a judge
vision.
ruled he was a victim of unlawful information gathering by Mirror Group newspapers, awarding him more than £140,000 in damages.
But then he owed 50 back. So see how they got the story all twisted? And besides, he had like 300 counts. Then they took it down to 30. And then he had 15. Some say they just felt sorry for little old Harry. What are you going to do with the 150? Is that going to pay the gardener?
Turbulent year for the Sussexes. Omid Scobie released his second royal biography, Endgame, in which senior members of the royal family were rocked once again by a fresh set of allegations and claims. Meghan and Harry are yet
Evil
to disclose any involvement in the book, which has received widespread backlash after appearing to name 2 senior royals in connection with an allegation
The king.
brought to light by the Sussexes in their interview with Oprah Winfrey.
The king. Meghan has named king racist, evil.
Where there were alleged conversations and concerns about their son Archie.
That Oprah is sick, sitting there listening to that. Oprah, why didn't you turn around and ask her, well, Meghan, was they concerned about your chocolateness before you stepped in the building? Did Harry say that they was concerned about your chocolateness? Because I don't know what your baby has to do with your chocolateness. Because wouldn't your chocolateness come before the kids? Wouldn't it be a concern about how chocolate the family's gonna look because now you married into the family? What is you talking about, Meghan? That's what I would have said, Oprah. No, she thought she had a story. Oprah thought she had a story. She was getting a story by all means necessary with your nasty self. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Cheap. You cheap person, you. allegedly my tail, because she said that Henderson said that she was going to turn it down because you were being funny with the money, and not just with her, but with every cast member. You cheapo. And then you dealing with a heap.
Next year is set to see more projects in the pipeline for the couple.
She
But will
running,
it deliver them stateside success?
pretending that she is some royalty. It blows my mind.
And will the royal rift with the Sussexes
I'm out,
continue?
guys.
Georgia Pierce, GB News.
Well, we're joined now by Editor-in-Chief of Majesty magazine, Ingrid Seward. Good morning to you, Ingrid. Very good to see you.
Morning.
And what a year it's been for the royals. And should we start with the Sussexes, as that's what we just heard from Georgia Pierce there. Do you think the royal rift will continue into 2024?
Sadly, I think it probably will, because Harry's been very clear that he doesn't want to come to the UK unless he has the kind of protection he expects. And this is...
Then keep yourself over here and keep paying for it. Right? What you going over there for anyway? You ain't taking the kids over there to visit their little papa them. Megan's gonna see to that. Megan's gonna see to it that you don't get to take those kids over there. And she's going to use security, racism. She's gonna use whatever she can use within her bones to make excuses as to why. Making up excuses as to why and blaming. It's everybody else's fault but hers why they can't see the kids. It's security. Everybody's running after Meghan. No one's behind you, and no one's in front of you, and no one's on the side. You are not popular like his mother. You're not popular like Catherine. You're not popular like any royal. You have been marked for D-list town, baby girl. So when you went to New York in that 7-car moment, and even when you tried to lie and pretend to us that you were being chased by the paparazzi when you wasn't, like, give it up. No one's chasing you. They don't even know who you are. The New Yorkers was like, who? She was doing what and where? And they were like, well, Kim Kardashian was down the street. Why would we care what Meghan is doing? She has nothing to offer. None. Suits. Coffee machine. Let's just talk about what she got. Okay? She went to that red carpet moment talking about Suits, something that happened billions of years ago. Okay? She couldn't talk about the docuseries because that wasn't a real love story. And then she couldn't talk about Oprah because, that was trashola. And she couldn't talk about her husband's success because he wasn't there to talk about his spare parts. Spare parts. Harry's spare parts. His Todger and how frozen it was. His spare part.
An ongoing court case. Well, most of his court cases are ongoing, but this in particular is ongoing with the Home Office. And he really has put his foot down on this. Obviously, King Charles wants...
Well, why they owe him $150, how much is he going to have to pay them lawyers?
see his son and his grandchildren, and last summer he apparently invited them to Balmoral, which they turned down. I feel that Meghan and Harry need the king and his blessing far more than the king needs them.
Hell yeah, she needed the king. She needed the king. She never not needed it. It always needed the king. She needs the king now. But the king is like, oh no. But she's trying to pretend like she's knocking on the door and they saying hello. No. It's over. You're not even being mentioned. They're not even talking about California no more. They mentioned y'all one time, and that was like 3 years ago when he became king and said, a couple of years ago when he said he was going to support y'all from afar. He ain't said nothing about y'all since. He ain't put it in no statement. He ain't said how to duty. He ain't saying nothing to these two. They are two lonely people. And Meghan thought that she was going to bully them into apologizing because she used the race card, because something about the chocolateness of her kids not getting titles. This girl is an evil person. No. I'm wrapping it.
I feel we will be seeing them. We'll certainly be seeing Harry because he's got to reappear.
Let me tell you something. When it get real bad, Meghan gonna bogart herself over there. She gonna get on a plane and she gonna get over there and pretend and try to have some type of relevancy, because she gonna realize that nobody care over here because you don't have a connection to the family that we love. And since you ain't connected no more and you have nothing in your arsenal within you to make us give a damn, that you're gonna have to hop your tail on the plane with them kids and beg for forgiveness. That's what's going to happen. That's the year of redemption, because she's gonna realize that without the connection, that Hollywood don't give a damn. Hollywood don't care. Hollywood is already letting her know that they don't care. She's trying to blame Dior on King Charles as if he got time to play games with a brand. He is the brand. He is the king. He is it, idiot. And she keeps underestimating the dynasty itself and think that she could even remotely come close to touching it to where we would care enough to stop looking at them and start looking at her from now on. No. You are a wannabe. You will always be a wannabe. And if you're waiting too late to get yourself back connected with the royal family, because if they reject you, Hollywood has already spit you out, because you should have went to the coronation. You should have been stayed connected. No matter what, stay connected, idiot. No, you gotta stay connected. Without the connection, you are nothing. You are back being a TIG, D-lister, coffee maker, waving, shaking, throwing on some clothes, and making yourself look important. It's the truth. What has happened? I did my videos and I would talk about what's next. Nothing's been next. It's all been downhill from Netflix to Spotify, from you name it, it's been down the drain. It has not moved the needle. She has no talent. She has no money-making machine. The money ain't making. The money ain't being made. Yes, you made so much at Netflix and Spotify and all these other things, but there is no more deals. There is nothing else. There is zero, zilch, nothing. And this Lakey Do by the pool, and a memoir, she is going to try to do whatever she can to try to bring herself out of obscurity. Because page 6 in TMZ is running out of topics. They're running out of parking lots. They're running out of events. If she don't get on the gravy train to making some money or being relevant more than just that drama, that rift, because that's not the connection. Having a connection, but the connection is gone. They don't even talk about you in their specials. They don't even bring her up. She is not mentioned for Christmas or anything. She wants to be mentioned. That's why they bring it up on their media side. Oh, we're going to get an invite, or we're going to invite to King Charles's birthday, or we're going to send some pictures and show the kids, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Don't nobody give a damn. Don't nobody care about the rumors. We see there is no connection. We see that there is nothing there. We see that they don't want to have anything to do with Harry and Meghan. They don't even talk about them. They are business as usual. After that racism thing, Catherine put on her outfit, walked up in wherever she was going to be, and told Meghan to kiss her ass. Do you hear me? And moved right along. Before, when it first happened, when William was like, we're very not much about racist, they're not even listening to her anymore because it's just lies. And not just lies, but it's funny how she likes to talk about how Catherine was this way to her. But we see how you treat Catherine. That's what I want them women to come up to me and try to talk to me and try to pretend like they know Meghan, and I have to remind them that she ain't. No. It's her that's jealous, Cynthia. It's Meghan that keeps them in her mouth. They are moving on with the move on. They are moving on with the go on. They doing their thing. Meghan is a wannabe. And as long as she a wannabe, she gonna keep talking about them. And keep them in her mouth. Keep the rift going. And it's going to continue to destroy her. It's destroying her. What does she have to look forward to? What does she have? A coffee commercial? Archie Well? The executive movie she's finna do? What? She's going out of town on a vacay with her husband? What is it?
Court cases.
Does the security argument stand up? I mean, presumably if they were invited to Balmoral, for example, there's plenty of, that is a secure site. So they've only got to get from, I don't know, whichever the closest airport would be to Balmoral, and they would be under royal protection then. So it seems odd to say they wouldn't feel safe.
Those are Harry's words. I quite agree. It does seem very odd.
Meghan ain't going back over there, and Harry can't take the kids with him.
They are invited by the king. That of course they're going to be perfectly safe if they stay in one of the royal residences. But I mean, during the sort of late summer, most of the royal residences are sort of closed down, not for visitors, but for actual residents. But Balmoral is open for all the families, so that would be the obvious place for them to go. I just feel that I can't see it happening.
Ingrid, I wanted to ask you about the new documentary that was released yesterday,
Beautiful.
King Charles III, the coronation year. And in it, we do see those final few moments, or few weeks, I should say, before the late Queen's death. And also a focus on that transition for Charles from
But
Prince
who don't you
to
see?
King. What did you make of it?
Well, I thought it was excellent.
Who don't you see? Who don't you see?
And it was really interesting to see behind the scenes. I think everybody
You don't
loves
see
glimpse
Montecito.
behind the scenes. And I thought that King Charles appeared to relish his role.
On.
He seems to be completely relaxed.
Pretty much saying that this year and every year is about the family. And Meghan and Harry is not about the family. They about drama, nasty, evil, despicable behavior. And so we're going to continue to shine, live on, and be happy and show you who we are. No, they're not being invited to the who's of weddings. No, they didn't. Oh, Oprah, what happened to Meghan in the color purple? Why you didn't bring your girl out so she could help celebrate you? You didn't want, that publicity? Because you need all that you can get. No. Relationships are broken. It is over. And what I saw at the end of this year with that docuseries is what we didn't see in Meghan and Harry being a part of the royal fold. They're in a place called others. They are no longer HRHs. They are no longer a part of this dynasty. They live over there. They are California people. They are Hollywood people. We will continue to keep their names out of our mouths. And hopefully his evil witch will keep her name out of hers. I'm out of here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.